So where are we right now?
Okay, we're above the historic center of Arpino, in the oldest part of Arpino, and it's called Civitavecchia.
We are just looking at these giant rock walls.
Yeah.
Check this out. Obviously eroded a little bit over time, or a lot of it over time, but she's gonna tell us about this. Stick around to the end of the video to see Civitavecchia in Arpino.
I think, sometimes when somebody's already restored a home, they've made choices sometimes that you would not have made yourself. And you're paying for that renovation. So 9 times out of 10, my clients will end up buying a house that is totally unrestored. Most of my clients can't be here to run the build, so I run it for them. We actually just made a show about one of my clients' journey, I guess. It's a pilot for an American TV show, and it's about her adventure, buying these 2 old houses and restoring them and returning them to one house. She'd been looking through Italy for like 4 or 5 years and could just never settle on a place. And she came across Arpino and fell in love with it and just loved the feeling here. It's beautiful. We're really close to Rome. We're close to Naples. We're in a central position. But we can be in Rome, the center of Rome, in about an hour and 15 minutes.
Where did the majority of the people live? Do they live up here, out of the area?
Oh, so there's all different contrada, areas of town.
Yeah.
So the area over there is called Arco. To the back over there, it's called Colle. Where we are now is called Ponte. And then at the back of the piazza, which is beautiful, it's Civita Falconara. In August, we have these games between all the different suburbs of town. And we have the sagres to support the games.
Oh, okay.
So all the different contrada, all these little suburbs, compete against each other and have street parties. They have dinners, lunches to raise money. And then for 3 days, it turns into the biggest game festival. Nice. This is Senator Struffi. These games are wonderful. They're kind of kids, I guess between the ages of 18 and 25 to compete. And we have donkey racing up the main street.
Cool.
We have girls running the canata. It's like they have these huge terracotta urns that they balance on their head. They're filled with water and they have to run uphill. And they're not allowed to touch them or drop, in the main street here. Okay. They're not allowed to touch them or drop any water. Beautiful. And the town is so full. This in the piazza turns into a giant tug of war. It's raised on a stage, and it's so full, and people cry and the boys have Carello races. It's just a wonderful thing.
Let's check out some of these places you're talking about.
Yeah, let's go. So this statue from Cicero.
So he was actually born here?
Yeah, he was from Arpino.
Well, he's definitely famous. Cicero.
And we have this Latin contest here in Arpino every year. International students come from all over Europe and compete for the title of, the best student of Latin. And it's a pretty big thing.
Oh, this is a beautiful piazza. The sunlight over there. What is this?
This is an old Roman road and sewer system running underneath.
Was it always open or they uncovered it?
No, I think they uncovered it just to show how this all worked.
Cool.
But this was, for many years this was just covered over, but there's a Roman street going the whole way through town.
The stones are so large.
Yeah, they are. There's a history happening.
Yeah.
I guess there's a history in every
Being so
hotel.
close to Rome, we got the
yes, exactly.
statue over there behind the car.
Do you see these apartments here? And see those huge stone walls underneath? They've been incorporated into that whole big palazzo. They're some of the cyclopic walls that run around this town. And at some point, like Italians always did, they would just, they thought it was a good idea to use those as a foundation for another building.
Pretty strong.
Yeah, but I'll take you up to the area. Those walls were built, they're pre-Roman. So they were built by Greek people called the Volsci. And I'll take you up to the oldest part of town in a minute. There's an arched doorway, which is the only one of its kind in the world. And
Awesome.
it's just...
That'll be beautiful.
We'll go back and see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't get over this view though.
Yeah.
Are there any lakes nearby?
Yes.
Which one?
Postefibreno.
How do you say it?
Lake Postefibreno.
Postefibreno.
Yes. It's a really interesting lake because it's fed by underground springs, and it has a floating island in the middle of the lake called a rota. It was documented by Pliny the Elder in his book of natural histories back in the Roman days. This lake and this floating island.
That was really cool, yeah.
It is really cool.
How far away is it?
15 minutes drive.
Not bad.
Yeah, love
Does
it.
anybody live in that up there?
Up the top? No,
Yeah.
I think it's abandoned. Do you like these abandoned places?
I get obsessed over abandoned
Oh,
places.
are you?
Yeah.
I went to one yesterday. It is such a cool building, and I don't know, it was just such a great opportunity. I thought it had a rooftop terrace. The views were absolutely incredible, and it wasn't in terrible condition, and I thought it would be, but there were just a whole lot of pigeons living inside. Like, more pigeons than you can imagine, seriously.
What are the odds of someone like picking up an entire palazzo?
Yeah, it happens. It
Yeah, it's
happens.
happened.
Yeah.
Arpino definitely has a romance to it. It's definitely a lot of history as well. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do so now, because we're going to be going to more communities just like this one, and we're going to be sharing it right here. Hit that notification bell so that you get alerts when the videos come out. I'm recording this afterwards, but she's going to repeat it. For those of you who have dogs, you might be interested in hearing this.
Well, Italy is a really dog-friendly country, and you can take your dogs to many restaurants, to nearly every shop. Maybe not inside most shopping, grocery stores with food, fair enough. But you can go to IKEA, you can go to just about any dress shop, even in the middle of Rome. You can take your four-legged friend. So,
Cool.
And Arpino is really, really, it's a great place for dogs. We've got a dog sitter, Lara, that lives just down this hill, and she does dog training and dog sitting if you want to go, on holiday. Sometimes I go to Venice and I leave my dogs with her. And then there's all these kind of water holes where you can take your dogs. One of my favorite ones is just around the corner. There's a waterfall and a big swimming hole, and the dogs love it. Oh,
What
we've
about
arrived.
like a vet service?
Oh, there's so many vets in the area. We've got the best vet that I've ever come across. Just after this little church, we're going right. So we've arrived. The street is lit by candles, and they have this wonderful wine night. And the comune, the town, brings people up on shuttle buses, so you don't have to drink and drive. And anyway, so we could just park near that.
Next to the yellow.
Yeah,
thing.
and then we can go for the walk.
I was imagining people lived up here.
They do, inside the walls.
Really?
Yeah, this is an archaeological site. It's older than Rome. The original inhabitants lived here, and then they were conquered by the Romans.
Alright, we're back at the main point of this video to check out Civitavecchia, this very historic pre-Roman community on top of the hill above Arpino. Definitely a little treasure here in Italy.
This is the Sestus Arco, and it's the only one left of its kind in the world. So it's pre-Roman, and there was another one of it like this in Greece, but it collapsed. So this is it. You're looking at it.
Let's check it out. So it's the last one. It's an endangered species.
Yep.
She was saying that a lot of architecture students like to come up here and check out how it was made.
Yes, exactly.
Seems like it would fall on you at any moment.
It does, but it's really solid. See, this is an archaeological site as well. My favorite thing up here, though, is the wine festival that we have on, during summer. It's one night where this place is turned into this magical place with candlelit, it's candlelit, and you pay €10 for a card that has all the different, you know, tables and wines on there, and you get a wine glass to hold around your neck on a little bag, and then you walk over the entire place up here. There's all different stalls. You know, they often have about 15 different stalls, so 15 glasses of wine for 10 euros is not bad. And they have live bands, and it's just gorgeous.
Well, let's look around for a second. We have this tower here.
Yeah, it's medieval, but it's called the Tower of Cicero.
Cicero. We've got a church on this side over here.
Yeah, that's a private church.
People live, not Pesce families, but
yes,
people live.
this whole town. Yep, there's all little houses up
Wow.
here. And then,
It's a beautiful garden.
yeah, well, this is just a park. So these here, I have to tell you about their, this is the book, the book of stone poems, and they're right throughout Arpino. So what they do is they invite a poet from somewhere in the world every couple of years to stay in Arpino for a week or two. They write poetry. All through the different parts of town, you'll find these poems.
Oh, there's many of these.
Yeah,
things.
there's many of them.
Abram, with that enters in this history of man, desires only to cross you.
Yeah, to cross you.
No, I don't know. Svelare? What does svelare mean? We need an Italian.
Maybe one of your viewers.
Hey, you guys, write in the comments, what does svelare mean? Because I don't have a clue. As always, I'd like to thank the Patreon members for basically being the sponsors of this video, because it was with their help that I was able to go and travel to Arpino last October.
The tower is actually open. It's been fully restored, and there's a staircase and you can go up onto the top. Summer it's open every
Even
day.
in the winter time?
In the wintertime it's open on the weekends only.
Guys, the olives are ready. Supposedly. This one's not ready. How do you know when they're ready? Are they soft?
Oh, no. They're ready. These are totally
ready.
ready to be picked. In fact, we usually like to pick our own when they're a little bit green. I think these are perfectly ready because some are green, some are black.
These are green.
There's this fine balance with olive farming. You've got to, you know, the more ripe they become, the more oil you will extract at the time of pressing, but the flavor won't be as good and the quality won't be as good. The green ones have the best flavor, but if you press them when they're too young, you'll get a fantastic tasting olive oil, but you won't get much olive oil at all. You've got to get it when it's kind of like not quite mature, but yeah.
So I know nothing. I know nothing. I've been here years, but I know nothing.
Well, they taste awful.
Yeah,
just like
that's
that.
what my question was. Can someone just eat it? Or
You could, but it's really gross.
It doesn't make you sick though, or anything like that.
No, it wouldn't make you sick. You know, these ones here are really just for the oil.
Because I actually did it on my own the other day. I stuck it in my mouth. I was like, oh!
Yeah, they taste awful.
Yeah, it was horrible.
All olives do. So you've got to cure them, and there's 3 main ways of curing the olives if you want to eat them. One way, my favorite, is under salt, and then they dry out, and they're like a salty dried olive, so delicious with a glass of wine. And then the the other way is under the ash from your wood fire. So it's that cures them.
Under
and then,
the ash?
You put ash. Yep. You put them in a big vat and you put ash, layers of ash, and that cures them. And then the third way is under lye water, which is an alkaline, and that cures them. This is an aia. It's a threshing ground where you would put, say you grew wheat and you had to dry it. This is the area where you would put all of that. This is the town of Civitavecchia. It's the oldest part of Arpino. If you stand here...
That's Arpino.
Yeah.
I could have made it here.
Yeah, you could have.
On the other video. I see it right there. So
whereabouts?
I think it's that building.
Oh yeah, that's the church.
I don't know.
That's
if
were.
Yeah, down right there.
Yeah, you're almost
that was from
there.
the last video you saw. I went inside that kind of abandoned. You can't remember San Girolamo.
Girolamo. I can't even pronounce it.
Because I keep thinking Geronimo.
Yeah, me too.
But Girolamo.
Me too.
It's pretty famous, but kind of decaying.
It is decaying. It is.
It's a little inconvenient to live at the top of the hill.
Yeah, it is.
I can't get over the view though. It's amazing up here. How many inhabitants you think live up here?
Oh, there's quite a few houses, but not all of them are inhabited. It's kind of a different existence here. It's very tranquil. A couple of artists live up here. It's a person, you know, the person that wants to live in this particular spot likes, you know, the quiet life, shall we say.
True.
I mean,
Well, I like the quiet life, but I also like to be able to bring my groceries to the front door.
Yeah. You can drive, actually. There's a road that goes
They
around
don't
to
have
all the
like
houses.
limited
No.
accesses.
No, but, you know, not that many people are actually coming up here,
Okay.
except on the wine festival. Then it's packed. Then you can't move, seriously.
I see. Do they sell
Wine.
real estate up here?
Yeah. This one at the moment, I've just been showing that a bit. It's really quite good because they've got all this land, see that? And it's not in terrible state, but they've got a bit of an issue inside. It needs a little bit of structural attention. But the house is in pretty good shape.
To finish off the video, here's a fast walk tour of Civitavecchia. Definitely a tranquil lifestyle. Thanks everyone for watching the video. Please check out some of the other videos because we've been all over Italy and we're gonna keep going. See you next time.